Welcome back to another episode of Advanced Wars Story. Next up, we're taking on a Yellow Comet mission. This one looks nice. It seems we're playing as Adder and fighting against Hawk. So, yeah, you can notice the pattern here. There's going to be one Hawk mission in every country. Well, there was one in Orange Star, and there's probably going to be one in Blue Moon. I don't know about Green Earth, because it would be weird for Hawk to fight himself. But I'm sure we'll see what happens either way. Adder is still kind of suffering some PTSD from all those defeats at the hands of Sensei. Well, he's not that skilled. Well, actually, considering his buff in this game, I'd say he is pretty skilled now. Yes, practice fights. I'm sure it was practice fights. That doesn't sound like Sturm at all. I'm sure he would use real ammo. A very astute assessment. Am I using that word properly? I don't think I am. Anyways, pretty fears. These mission names. Alright. Time for a Hawk bout. And it's a very interesting map, I gotta say. He said them in the actual correct order. Have you guys ever noticed how in like every Advanced Wars game you fight the countries in turn order except Green Earth and Yellow Comet are swapped around? You always go Orange Star, Blue Moon, Yellow Comet, and then Green Earth, even though Green Earth comes before Yellow Comet in the turn order. Oh, come on, it's Kanbei. There's going to be problems fighting him. And now the most broken COs in the game are actually combining forces. You know, that's gotta be intentional. Like, I think Platinum Skink knew just how good Hachi and Sensei are. And now that they're together, oh boy. He's too scared of Hachi and Sensei to go against them. Like, more so even than Sturm. That's impressive. Yeah, maybe he has, but still. Don't worry, Adder, you have just the skills to do that. So you can see the idea here is that there are bases with rockets on top of them. These rockets never move. Like, even the ones on top of the bases never move. But we have to take them out somehow, because it would be really annoying to have these turrets just shooting at you all the time. Luckily, Adder is just the man for the job. He has been buffed in this game. So all of his units have +1 move, however, they have lesser defense. And the +1 move does not apply to infantry. I believe in the original version of this ROM hack, the +1 move did apply to infantry, but that's been removed. And I think I know the rationale behind that. So the powers, they're basically the same as the original Advanced Wars 2. They increase his movement even more. But you can see that his power meter is the shortest in the entire game, and in fact the entire series. Only 4 stars. That's pretty nice. Also, movement cannot exceed 11 spaces, so your fighters are not going to have 12 movement. I know the reason for that. That's due to a technical limitation, because if any unit has more than 11 move, which is the maximum in vanilla Advanced Wars 2, the game just locks up. So, we don't want that to happen, of course. So, for those of you who have watched my Let's Play of that Advanced Wars clone Field Commander for the PSP, you remember that one of the CO equivalents in that game had +1 move day to day, and I was like, well, that's just overpowered because that completely changes, like, the dynamic of capturing, where you're allowed to capture on the first turn, and it makes it easier to attack from outside of the enemy's attack range and all of that. So, yeah. Like, I was about to say that's, you know, that's basically what you've got with Adder here. These mechs can move at 3 spaces now, so it's actually going to be very easy to get into the blind spot of those rockets and destroy them. I mean, you can't get into the blind spot from outside of it with just a mech, but, like, we have a little technique known as distracting the enemy with capturing. So, definitely, it was definitely a good idea to remove the +1 movement from the, infantry. And while I still think it's a bit overpowered to have +1 move, even if your defense is lessened, like, I feel that, yeah, I feel that it's fine for the single player, because this is a single player ROM hack. This is not meant to be, like, a big, multiplayer expansion kind of deal. So as you can see, the rocket is now going to shoot at the infantry because it's capturing. That's still something you can't really get rid of in this game. The AI's target priorities. So, I'm also going to get another mech, and I'm basically going to capture those 2 bases and get rid of the rockets that way. And with Adder's lessened defense, this rocket came very close to just outright destroying the infantry. This did not happen, so we will be able to destroy this rocket. And that was seriously unlucky, by the way. 59, and it's left with 5 health. A bit unfortunate. I'm capturing this base up here. It's not super helpful, but more bases is always a good thing. So now I have the guns to take on this rocket. And I suppose have this one fall back. Or just get into the blind spot. There we go. And now I need to start getting some money, so I should probably focus on capturing more, because I haven't been capturing all that much, and that's probably a bad thing. Because the enemy is right on my tail. So let's get, do I want to capture here? I guess I probably should. This one I will definitely start capturing. And, this recon is probably going to do a lot of damage, and there's an infantry ready too, so I think I will capture and then... Yeah, that's probably the best play. Oh, is this in range? No, it isn't. The mech is going to capture that base on the next turn, of course. Right, so unfortunately, I am just shy of being able to start getting tanks, so I think, you know, mechs are still pretty good. With their +1 move in this ROM hack, the mechs can still be very good. +1 move thanks to Adder, that is, not +1 in general. Because now I can actually hit this recon. That's pretty cool. And by doing this, I'll have to get the base on the next turn. And now Side Slip is actually available, so... I guess it's going to be more mechs. Yeah, actually, mechs are really, really good if you've got a CO with a movement boost, like Adder. Even in multiplayer, you'll see that on occasion, if somebody selects Adder in like a low-tier match or something. Because to be honest, Adder is still pretty low tier. But they will build mechs with Adder. Oh, whoops, I meant to move it 1 space further over here so I could join, but no matter. And that artillery is going to be a problem, so let's fall back. I need to start getting the defensive terrain. More mechs, I guess. I just don't have the money for tanks right now. I guess I was a little slow to actually start capturing bases, which might be a problem. But now that you have those mountain bases, you can actually start putting out mechs from there instead. Okay, I don't think I need side slip quite yet. I can do this, and Adder just took a lot of counterattack damage. Now this mech can come down here and finish off that tank. Very cool. I think I'm going to really start needing tanks soon. So, tank and mech from this base instead. In fact, I could start working on the... Oh, he's using Black Wave. Okay, this is gonna get a little spicy. But I prefer this over Black Storm, because Black Storm tends to come in at the worst possible times. And that infantry is forced to actually try capturing the HQ. Go figure. Ah, Adder's low defense is actually really hurting me here. Alright, so now I have Sidewinder. So, what can I do here? You know what, actually, let's do it. Yeah, you're worth something now, Adder. So this is going to enable the mechs to actually attack the rockets. And it's still really early in the match for it, too. So they get to move all the way over here. And hopefully they will be able to finish off the rockets on the next turn. It's going to be difficult to take them down from 7 health. So I can also come over here and... I can do this, too. That artillery is no longer an issue. At least not a big one. I'd like to get that infantry out of the way of the city if I can. So good night, and the tank can now come all the way around and attack from the defensible terrain. And up here, it's going to take a while for this building to get captured, but it will happen eventually. Boy, oh boy, now what? I think I'll get some regular infantry. I think I need a couple of those. Oh, whoops, didn't mean to do that. Now I need to start taking some of his properties, because he's got a lot of properties right now. Will that recon move? I think it's stuck in repair mode for the time being. Yes. Alright, so I can get out of its range now, too. And this does... Actually, I should have had some extra units over here, because now he can actually build off of this base. But that's fine. It would probably be a waste of money for him to do that. Let's get rid of the artillery, I think. Yeah, that'll do. The tank is going to get forced into attacking this mech. I'm okay with that. And I really need some more money right now. Alright, this is looking pretty good. I might be taking this a little slower than I normally do, but we'll see how it plays out. It still looks fine so far. And an artillery. Okay, this is good, actually. That was a big waste of money. It's going to cost him even more money. If I can keep him from building a medium tank or anything, because he does tend to build medium tanks late into the mission, and that's seriously a problem. So as long as I can stop that from happening, I think I'll be fine. I have to deal with this tank, though. And the regular power is ready once again. Actually, I think I was thinking I would need an APC, but I think I could get over to his HQ without it if I move very swiftly. And if I get another superpower, that's going to be really easy to accomplish. Actually, I've got the money for an APC, so why not? It'll probably be necessary in the future. So I like how this map plays out. You really have to use your new CO abilities. Right, so what's going to come out of that base? Just an infantry, okay. Maybe he's in the... Maybe he's got so little foot soldiers that he now feels he has to build them. Because that's another AI quirk. Alright, I guess I should... I need to... Can I get rid of the recon with just tanks? Yeah, I can. Okay. So that allows me to attack this mech, which is pretty safe. And this tank should go after the capturing mech. So if I have Sidewinder ready again on the next turn, then I should be able to start capping his HQ, maybe even surround it completely. This anti-air likes to go up here for some reason. That's usually how it goes whenever I play this map. This mech is out of ammo, so it can really only keep the artillery at like 7 health, but that's okay. Okay, that's good. Losing the mech was not part of the plan, but that's fine. I'm gonna try and start capturing again. And he doesn't seem to be building from this base here. Maybe I could capture it. I'll try and force him to build some more foot soldiers. Now let's take it and put it over here. Because I've got plenty of soldiers well within range of his HQ now. And it looks like Sidewinder is almost ready. Isn't it nice how it's got, like, only 4 stars now? That's incredible. Capture that, too. And he's not black waving, so this is working out pretty well. They wasted their attacks on a singular infantry. I need a little bit more... I need a little bit more charge in order to use Sidewinder. Oh, there it is, actually. That's how I feel about these maps sometimes. By the way, you guys probably know this, but I think in the European version of Advance Wars 2, Adder's powers are named differently. They are instead... no, wait, at least... I know the super is called Snakebite, but I'm not sure about the regular power. I'll have to verify it myself. It's a really weird change, to be honest. Alright, so now I can start capping. Let's get rid of this mech while also blocking the sides of the infantry. And this will have to go here. I'll set up another distraction. Actually, that might not be necessary because this recon is probably dead anyways. In fact, all of the units around here are dead, except for this anti-air, but they're not going to be able to do a whole lot. So I guess the APC was not necessary after all. Wait a sec. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Uh-oh! I don't know if this is intentional, but the infantry has +3 movement. Like, even though that doesn't make sense. Or does it make sense? Because, like, everything has a total of +3 movement, but the infantry did not have the +1 movement day to day, so maybe that's not intentional, I'm not totally sure. I don't think I've really taken advantage of it, so that's probably alright. That is just a little bit strange, but, you know, it's not really that big a deal. Anyways, we've definitely... Well, if he Black Storms, then I haven't won yet, because Well, he's not going to be able to Black Storm, so that's fine. Like, it's just so annoying when you're about to capture the HQ and then a Black Storm hits. Alright, let's look at the stats. I should be good on just about everything. So that was a pretty fun mission. It's always nice to have a really powerful CO that you can use. Get off my lawn, as Sensei would say. You only saw the ending, huh? Well, you never saw the beginning and how epic that was. Okay, now this is getting a little weird. You know, this actually does make sense in the plotline of Dual Strike, because we don't see Flak or Adder in the main story of Dual Strike. So wouldn't it make sense if Flak and Adder decided to not be with Black Hole entirely? That's pretty cool. This is actually interesting writing. I don't know if Adder is the one who would talk like this, but okay. Well, all is well for him. Oh, and the dialogue box is now yellow. Is that symbolic or is that a typo? I like to think it's symbolic. Yeah, especially because there are now there's like 2 dialogue boxes where it was yellow instead of black. So that was a cool detail. And almost a perfect S rank. I think if I had built more units at on that last turn, then I would have had perfect technique, but whatever. Hey, look, I've got an even 4,300 points. That's pretty cool, too. Alright, so next up is going to be a Green Earth mission, and I'll be right back with that in a moment. Okay, I'm back, and it's time for a Green Earth mission. Which one should we do? I have to remember where it was. It's not this one. And this is the one. It says that the enemy CO is Hawk. That's due to a bug that I've talked about in the past, where if there is no enemy Black Hole army, then it's going to show a glitched portrait, or it will take the portrait of the most recently viewed mission that did have a Black Hole army in it. So that's why it says Hawk. It's actually not Hawk. It's a different kind of bird we're fighting entirely. Eagle. Yeah, you get it, Sammy? Yeah, because that's exactly how Advance Wars 1 went. You just send in Sammy over and over, and eventually he fights Andy instead, which actually resulted in a far more painful mission, so maybe not the best plan. Twisted. Short. Simple. Okay, I like it. Don't worry, I struggle with mission names too. Nice intro, Sonia. I forgot about that. Can you leave a message? That was so weird. Okay. So yeah, Sonia has noticed that if Eagle keeps fighting Sammy, Eagle might turn around and not fight with her instead, so Sonia's going to be the one to do it instead. Guilt tripping, how nice! Sonia's really getting into that She's getting into the persuasive part of tactical thinking as well. But I suppose this is also the rival match of the century. Gonna get revenge for that Sonya mission back in Advance Wars 1. Yeah, an actual real-life princess who went to school in a different country. That's very weird. But it works, I suppose. Yeah, these two did in fact go to school together, because you might remember in Japanese Advance Wars 1, Sonya has a red outfit because of her schooling in Orange Star. Or Red Star, as it was called back then. Ah, so that was a test battle too, was it? So convenient to say that. Okay, so this mission is also very interesting in that it's a capture battle. So we need to capture, I think, 23 properties? Yeah, 23 is the number. Alright, here we go. We don't start out with a whole lot, but we've got plenty of units, so let's get going. First thing to do, obviously, is capture as much as possible. And we can set up capturing on the next turn. Sammy still has her 1.5x bonus to capturing. And we can also see that there are some weird peninsulas here with a forest. I think you're meant to send a recon into them, so I'm going to try and do that. We can also get onto the mountains for some vision bonuses. Now, this infantry has to go here. Capture with the mech. But we gotta be careful because there are plenty of enemy air units that we cannot see at the moment. So let's send out our anti-airs. I guess keep them here, and over... I think around here is fine. And we also have some airports, so that's good too. From this base, you basically want to send out your mechs. Definitely want to get plenty of infantry going, because once you have enough, once you have enough charge, you can basically just have them instantly capture a bunch of properties, and you start with plenty of expensive units to make that happen too, because we got a fighter here. It's not going to be super effective, but there are enemy air units. Plenty of them. Also notice that Sonya's color is green. They really wanted to fool you into thinking you were fighting Eagle. Also, nice detail, as they are technically Green Earth units under Sonya's command. So I don't see any enemy units quite yet. Let's go ahead and finish capturing. And, so this is a good number of properties so far. Only need 11 more, so there's 2 here. You don't really want to... I think when I first played this mission, I captured a bunch of properties in here, but I don't think that's very viable, so it's probably going to be capturing a bunch of properties up here, and then also down here. We'll see how it plays out. And I suppose now's the time for the recons to start moving for those forests, because those are definitely the locations you want to put them in. I'm going to keep the copters around here for safety, because who knows what is going to turn up. And you might have also noticed that because of these mountain ranges, you can't really send anything other than mechs and infantry over the mountains, as far as land units go. So they definitely want you to use your air units here. And I say they, but this was designed by only one person, so I don't know why I keep saying they. Like, sometimes I just talk in a certain way without really noticing it. Like, I keep saying we, even though I'm the one playing, and you're just watching. But I do like that you're watching, because it makes me feel special. And I have really nothing to say while the enemy air units start trashing my army. We're dealing with Sammy anti-airs, so this is going to be a little bit sticky. Because they can't do a whole lot to the bombers. Look at that number. Right, so I need to think very carefully I know that the copter is going to get destroyed in one shot, so I think I'll do that. And, let's see here. I guess all I can really do is just destroy the copter. I'm not going to send the recon forward anymore, because there's an enemy bomber there. I don't really know if I can, like, get to the cities, because, as you know, capturing will immediately attract the attention of the enemy. So I think I'm just gonna hide in the forest for the time being. Okay. Because this fighter is not going to be able to do much. At least they're Sonya fighters, so it's not like they have a defense boost from Eagle. I think keeping Eagle in this battle actually would have been favorable to Sonya's position, because then his air units would have the defense boost. But, I suppose I just have to leave them alone for now. I guess I could try... I don't have the money for a missile right now, but I could try and get one of those. Actually, I need to protect my beat-copters, because the fighters are going to be attacking them up and down if I don't do anything. So let's go here. Like so. I think that should stop the fighters from getting to my air units. Probably not completely. Oh, it does stop them. That's very good. Okay. So if they decide to get any closer, I've got my anti-airs ready and some more infantry. I might get some T-copters later, once all the air units are dealt with. Ah yes, and we also have to be wary of the ever-present counter break. It's gonna show up eventually. Okay, so this is looking kind of okay. As you can imagine, I'm not really that concerned about losing too many units, because I'll be building plenty anyways. And I think they're all far enough away from that city that I could try to capture it. I'm gonna see if that's possible. Okay, first things first, let's get rid of this copter. And these fighters should go down in just 2 shots, so that's a good thing. And yes, I have been base blocking, but, you know, I kind of have to do that. There's no other way to attack at the moment. At least those particular units. So this area of the map is going to be tricky. I know a counter break is coming, so I think I'm just going to try and deal a lot of damage right now. Like, that should have brought the copter to, like, 1 health or something. Oh, and there's another one I could hit over here. And this is also fueling my own victory march. So eventually... Oh, it went down. Perfect. Alright, so this gives the bomber 2 targets, but it can only really pick one of them. Kind of unfortunate that I did not try to block off the bomber. Maybe I could do that by doing this. Yeah, that works. I got 2 more cities now. It's perfect. Okay, this top part is looking a little bit spicy, so I'm gonna do some... Spicy. Why am I using the word spicy today? Weird. I do have the ability to produce a missile now, so I think I'm gonna do that. I don't really know what other direction the enemy units are gonna try and go in. But after this, I think I will be ready to start making some T-copters. Oh, look, there's a typo, though. Let's enjoy out time together, not our time together. I've been spotting typos in a couple of games I've been playing recently. So you're wasting your bomber on the 3 HP infantry. Nice. And those copters joined, so that's good, too. Where are we at as far as captures go? Because I haven't checked. I know Sonya's capturing a lot, because You can hear her infantry moving, but you don't get the little voice clip that plays whenever the AI captures anything. Oh, she only needs 3 more buildings. Wow. Okay. Start capturing that, and I think I can hit something here. Yeah, get rid of that bomber. Oh, that's unfortunate, but I do have a victory march ready now. Oh, she's counter-breaking. I'm so stupid. Okay. You know what? It's fine. We only need 7 more properties, so we're... I'm not destroyed yet. I may have done a couple of dumb things just now, but I'm not totally lost yet. I've got my anti-airs in position, and I can start making my own T-copters on the next turn. So let's get one of them. More mechs. And I guess I'll repair this copter. I'm gonna need it now. And I can make another one here. Yeah, it's so easy to forget about counter-break because the damage preview doesn't actually inform you that counter-break is going to happen. And that's really annoying. They should really, like, fix that in Reboot Camp, if they haven't already. So there was some weird news about Reboot Camp, actually. Apparently, the Reboot Camp server went down for maintenance, which makes no sense because the game isn't out yet, and I guess if that's not like some really weird error, then it means that multiplayer online is confirmed, but that's a really weird thing to hear about. So who knows what that could mean, but I suppose we'll see. Anyways, it's time to start setting up for that victory march. I'm not ready to use it quite yet. So the enemy is going to make... The enemy is trying to capture now, which is annoying. I could block with the fighter. That's probably something you never thought I would do with a fighter, huh? Okay. I need to airlift some more units in there. So there we go. And I suppose I could use a rocket to maybe shoot at the enemy, but I like being able to flood that area with mechs. So I'm going to keep doing that. And there's just not a lot of units up here, unfortunately, due to my mistake earlier. But I'll make another T-copter. What turn are we on? Turn 6? Okay, this is looking alright. They're going to start capturing both of those cities. And I think I actually need to prevent it because they're very close to actually having all the properties they need. Unless I can take one away from them. I do have a victory march. Should I use it now? You know, I think now is the time to use it, because she only needs 1 more property, actually. So I really got to, stop her somehow. So I think I'm going to do this both for instant capture and for the firepower boost, because the firepower boost is going to be important here too. Okay, so I need to move very carefully here. I cannot see that property. I'm going to attack first. Ah, I was about to get ambushed, but... Okay, so let's go and do this. And if there's nothing in that forest, I can maybe... No, I can't capture anything over here, because all of the properties are blocked. Okay, that's kind of annoying. So let's go around... Oops. I guess that's fine. That's fine to put it in that position. It stops the enemy from... moving in. Okay. No, actually, I might need this to go up here. Okay, you come around here. I need vision on that. I need vision on that tile, unfortunately. So I need to interrupt this cap So this is what I like. This is an absolute must. And I can also capture this, so 5 more properties needed. Oh, I can actually, with that movement boost, I can do this too. That's going to be helpful. And I can do this too. Come up here. That T-copter is at least on its way, which is important. Okay, that missile has unfortunately been base blocking for way too long. I need more units up there. I really just need to flood the map right now, because she only needs 1 more. Yeah, it is kind of annoying to have those mountains blocking all of my ground units, because they're essentially useless. Has that fighter been damaged? Why did it only do like 5? That's weird. Alright, I'm sure I can pull through somehow. So if I do this, I can start capturing here. That's important. And that's one of the properties I need. Oh, look at what she's got over here. That's gonna be fun. First, get rid of this. I should be able to destroy these infantry. Yeah, there we go. Perfect. And now we just airlift in a bunch of mechs. Because Sammy still has that transport boost. That's gonna be nice. Okay, if I can get over here with the missile, then maybe it'll be able to shoot down the fighter. One can hope. Yeah, this might take just a little bit more time. Probably not going to be looking at a very high rank. And I do appear to be spamming T-copters. That's just because I refuse to get anything else. I still haven't shown off, I think, the changed air unit prices, because those have changed too. I'm going to show those off on the next turn. Fending them off is so hard. Okay, so here's what the air unit prices look like now. Interceptor for 23,000, that's the new air unit, we've seen it before, and the fighter and bomber prices have been lowered, as you see. Also, probably a good change. Right. I'm gonna capture this one. And the fighter, unfortunately, went all the way down here. At least I can block the property. And if I do manage to get up to the point where I can use another victory march, I could certainly capture one of these as well. But only 4 more properties needed now. And these 2 are next on my hit list if I can make it that far. Got a recon in there, so that's very good for my vision. And I'm very close to getting into that force, too. No, I don't want to drop over there. Not the best plan. Right, so this property, and this property, and this property probably gives it to me. If I can get one of these 2, that will also give it to me. Alright, fine, I'll start getting some fighters of my own. Probably need them. Okay, she's gonna have counter break on the next turn. I gotta be wary of that. She's trying to take the properties back. I can't let that happen. Okay, 3 more. 1, 2, and then... These 2 over here would make 3. So... First I want some vision. Maybe the B-copter will go after the 2 HP infantry instead. Like, it's a bit of a stretch, but that might be how it turns out. We'll see. Go in this forest. This missile is doing its best to be helpful, but the enemy is just darting out of all of their, out of its range all the time. No, I'm actually not going to... I should probably not, well... Let's see if it's at 1 health. Nope, it's not. Of course not. Just stop you there. Okay, I think I've got this. It was, I was getting a little bit under pressure, but I think I've got this. And Counterbreak isn't really going to be that helpful anymore, either. Because there's not a lot of units that can take advantage of it. Oh, I probably should have let that quote play. I don't think we've seen that quote yet. Okay, so what does the B-copter do? That's the big question. Nope, it goes after the... Well, actually, Sammy's enhanced capturing abilities means that that capture couldn't be interrupted in the first place. So I think I've just won. Good to know that it went after the full HP infantry, though, when it had a choice. Capture that. Capture that. And I win! Alright, so that wasn't as bad as I thought it would be. Yeah, it was close there, actually. You were just like me, tried to make history. No. We don't do that here. Not yet, at least. Okay, this is way off the mark, I gotta say. Thank you, Sammy. Just what I was thinking. And now Sammy knows the truth. A physical house of cards, mind you. Yeah, this is getting a little bit crazy, I gotta say, and I kinda like it. You know, that's actually really brilliant writing. Okay, what is with that? Why is she talking like an answering machine? Or was that her answering machine? Like, literally the answering machine. I don't know. But 289 S rank probably could have gone a little bit faster, but no matter. I don't have an even 4300 anymore. But with that out of the way, we can move on, and on the next episode, I will be taking on a Blue Moon mission and that last Yellow Comet mission. So I'll see you later for that, everybody. Later!